The Lofoten are overrated. Yep, I said it. Oh, we're not saying it's not pretty, it's very beautiful. But we were not thoroughly impressed, which we expected to be after all the hype. And there were several reasons we did not like it as much as we thought. Well, maybe it's better to just show you what we saw during our days in the Lofoten. We drove from Soertland in the Vesterålen to the Lofoten. This view from the ferry is impressive. This is part Vesterålen and part Lofoten, and it looks amazing. That is what's so beautiful about this part of Norway. All those small islands with mountains. Vesterålen already has that, but Lofoten has it even more.
We start our journey on Lofoten by meeting up with Jan and Emma. They were parked up nearby Nusfjord, a place we really wanted to see. The next day we went to visit this famous fishing village.
After we saw this beautiful village, we went to find a spot for the night. We drove with Jan to what should be a quiet part of the north to find a place for all three of us. But we realized there is very little space for camping. There aren't many good wild camping spots on Lofoten, and it is so busy that all of those spots will be gone early afternoon. After a lot of searching, we ended up near the road, which wouldn't be the last time. I was not having the best of days, so we decided to do a little bit of a drive, and then we found a very cute cafe where they had homemade cakes and lunch, so we had a nice stop there and chat with the owners. Yeah, really love that place. And then we kept on driving, and then we found this. It's like a marsh kind of thing, we don't really know. But there's all these small lakes and it looks really cute.
From September until March, the Lofoten are a great place to see the Northern Lights. So of course we wanted to see them. We went to Haukland Stranda, where a friend of Emma's joined us for a dinner with leftovers. After dinner we walked to the other side of the mountain because Alex thought we might have a better chance there. But after walking through the tunnel we saw faint lights near our beach and quickly turned around again. We decided to make a nice bonfire to keep us warm.
Seriously, Schotland, where we were, that beach.
I saw your pictures, yeah.
It was, the spots we were at before were so quiet. And here is still so busy.
And then we saw our first ever Northern Lights.
Yeah, I feel like this evening got kind of out of hand now. We have a campfire on the beach with Northern Lights, and there's someone doing fire spinning.
This is what the morning after our Northern Lights party looks like. It is a mess in here.
We are at the Lofoten Viking Museum and we want to go there for two reasons. The first being that the Russian artist who we met earlier is doing an exhibition here, so we thought we would check that out. And the other one is that it's supposed to be a nice museum, so we're going to check that out. the house they are staying in at this point, and we're going to eat some Russian soup.
We are so happy that we got to see the Northern Lights. It wasn't always clear that we would right now this weekend in Lofoten because there's differences in activities, but they also said that this weekend it would actually not be clear skies but grey, so you would not be able to see them. But luckily the grey skies waited a few more days so that we did get to see them. So it was an amazing view the last few days seeing the Northern Lights, and the next few days the activity will be lower for the Northern Lights, but also it's grey again. So yeah, just perfect timing, and we're so happy to got to see the Northern Lights. So we are on a camping right now just for electricity and to get some work done, and just chilling a bit. Martin had a hangover. Yeah, just doing some work today, and then we don't really know where we're going to go yet. We're thinking about going to Nusfjord, which is about a 15-minute drive, and apparently it's very pretty.
Nusfjord is one of the many tourist towns on the islands and is completely turned into a museum. Norway's oldest fishing village shows a lot of houses in their original state. It's a pretty village, but we are not sure if it's worth the entrance fee. We do have to say that while the Lofoten were still very crowded in September, things like musea were actually pretty quiet.
Okay. We came here yesterday to do the hike to the Kvalvika beach, I think you pronounce it. But this morning I didn't feel good, so I stayed in bed. And luckily I started to feel better. So now it's almost 1 o'clock and we're going to do the hike anyway. It will take about 4 hours back and forth without actually staying there, so it'll take us the whole afternoon. But yeah, we're looking forward to it, and we are hopefully well prepared for it.
Hi poes. Ik ga gewoon rustig langs je, oké? Ja, goed zo. Isa, kom maar. Nee, Isa. Goed zo. Goed gedaan.
Easy, accessible, my ass.
Oh, look aan mijn oor. Eeuw. Klaar.
Bad weather is incoming really fast, so we were in doubt whether to go on a little bit further or to go back. But this makes the decision a lot easier. Yesterday after our hike we went and found a spot to sleep at. It was really hard to find somewhere to park and we ended up on a parking spot next to the road. Not a great spot, but it worked. And this morning we drove to a camping because today and tomorrow morning we want to work to get a new video up. The one about the Lingen Alps. So yeah, we're doing that today. Weirdly enough, it's a lot better weather than I expected, so we're going to enjoy the sunshine a bit as well. And then tomorrow we want to visit some places near here before we leave the Lofoten, which we will do in 2 days.
We found out that there was a ferry going to the mainland in the evening. Despite having to wait for 4 hours, we decided to queue up and cross over to Bude that evening.
So in conclusion, we like the Lofoten, but it's not on our list to revisit soon. Maybe we were already spoiled by 2 months of Norway with its beautiful nature, like Vardø, the Lyngen Alps and Vesterålen. And there was just so much more space and quiet there. If you're thinking about visiting Norway, check out those regions too.